Well, one of the more vocal critics has been Representative Mike Pence out of Indiana, the House Republican Conference chairman. My guest now, sir. Good morning to you.
Morning, Bill.
You were all over the place yesterday. I saw you just about every channel I watched. And I still don't have a firm idea about how many Republicans in the House are ready to join Democrats. Do you?
I really don't. Every member owns their own voting franchise. But I'll tell you what, I believe the opposition today among Republicans is going to be overwhelming. And not just because Republicans have had no input whatsoever in the development of this so-called stimulus bill, but more importantly, Bill, Republicans simply do not believe that the bill that House Democrats are bringing to the floor will actually work to put our economy back on track.
Let me rephrase the question a second here. Do you know any Republican colleague that's willing to vote for it as it is now?
I'm not aware of any Republican colleague in the House who has announced support for this bill. But again, I'm not projecting that there's going to be universal opposition, but it's going to be overwhelming, because the bottom line is, and the American people are starting to figure this out, when given the opportunity and a challenge by President Obama that he reiterated with House Republicans in a meeting yesterday to bring all sides together, to bring the best ideas, irrespective of politics, to the table and create a bill that on balance would put this economy back on its feet. What House Democrats have done here is get out a dusty old wish list of liberal spending priorities, dump it all in a bill, and throw in a few token tax cuts on top of it. That's not going to create jobs. It's not going to put this economy back on its feet, and I think Republicans are going to overwhelmingly oppose it.
So we're going to bring on Stephen Moore in a moment here from the Wall Street Journal, and we're going to detail, well, a number of the items that have come to our attention that's buried deep in this bill that I think, frankly, a lot of our viewers have no idea about. Back to the issue here, though, for a moment, for the sake of our political conversation. Do Republicans think it's better to let the Cape allow this one to go by for the moment, for lack of a better phrase?
Well, to me, I know you're thinking about the politics of this. I got to be honest with you. Republicans are focused, as we told the president yesterday, on doing the right thing here. And the time-honored tradition, whenever Congress tries to stimulate the economy, what you do is you cut taxes on working families and small businesses and family farms, and that's what the Republican plan offers to do. It's been completely shut out of the process, and instead, I ask your viewers, Bill, what is $50 million for the National Endowment for the Arts going to do to create jobs? What's $400 million to study global climate change?
You just mentioned, you just ticked off two that we'll get to a bit later. Do you see another bailout on the horizon? I mean, long after the TARP money's gone, the remaining $350 billion, and after this $825 billion proposal is voted on, most likely by, well, I guess by the end of the week on both sides of Congress, is there another one on the horizon?
Gosh, it's hard to believe that you don't see the financial institutions come back with a tin cup. It's hard to believe you don't see Detroit come back asking for more, and it's really hard to believe that with this wasteful and slow and ineffective stimulus bill that's being brought, that Congress isn't going to try to dump more money in the economy.
Well, what is your sense on that? Yeah, what is your sense on that? What are they talking about, behind closed doors? How big will the next one be?
Well, the truth is we're looking to hear officially in the legislation from the auto dealers in Detroit. You're already hearing the banks say that there's probably going to be more. The president alluded to the need to take dramatic action, but the American people know we can't borrow and spend and bail our way back to a growing economy. They're starting to figure out the only thing this Democrat stimulus bill is going to stimulate is more government and more debt. We know how to grow this economy, and that is have Washington give working families and small businesses more of their money. America knows how to make America work. Washington doesn't know and can't do it, and that's why you're going to see Republicans, I think, overwhelmingly reject this bill today.
Mike Pence, thank you. We expect some sort of debate beginning in the next hour. Thank you, Republican from Indiana, our 10 a.m. Eastern Time out.